Oh, we are live. Right, welcome to another Tuesday night live. I'm hoping you can all hear me okay. I'm just going to double check my headset. Yep, okay, that's it. Right, so before we get into the live, I'm just going to mention who's in the chat. So as usual, Wood Wizardry by Colin is up there first. Douglas Mungum, the Chris Spinney Wood Dodger, the Sidings Workshop, Tommy's Workshop, Douglas Mungum. What else we got? Peter Corcoran. What's that? Hi, Rich. I know. I bet Colin was first, didn't he? Yeah, it probably was. Probably. Well, he was. He was. I can see that. Who else we got? Robert Dolman, Die Proud. Who else? It's like a blur when it goes up and I'm scrolling down. Circular Wood by Keith. Andy H is returning. I think, Sneaks Wall Art, Evening Clive, Two Fish Crafts. Can you hear my chickens out there in the background? One of the girls has laid an egg. Well, it's obvious one of the girls has laid an egg because the other boys don't lay eggs, but still. And she's telling the world that she's clever. JP Woodworks in. Who else? If I've missed anybody, I do apologise. And to all those that are watching and not commenting, thanks for watching. Anyway, so what we're going to do tonight, we're going to do a little bit of turning. I'm just going to put the camera on the lathe. We go with this one. So this is a piece of GPS resin. As you can see, that is the pattern. Hold under the camera. I'll wet it with a bit of spit. There you go. How's that? So we're going to be turning this. Well, not this. We're going to turn this one down. And the reason I'm turning this is because this is my old pizza cutter. We've had it years. I mean, I've held it together with a just a normal nut and bolt, but it works. The actual handle on it was a bit crappy. It was, you know, it's just one of those old, crappy, cheapy things, but this bit's good. So what I'm going to plan on doing is I'm going to mount that in this lovely bit of GPS and make a nice long handle, probably about this big. Although I don't eat much pizza anymore because there's always cheese on them. And if I do, I'll start farting. But it's nice every now and again to have a little bit. Okay. Right, let's turn that back on. I'll do my best to have a look at the chat every now and again, guys. But if you want to just entertain yourselves while I entertain you, that'd be cool. Right. So, first things first. I have actually taken a little bit out of there because I couldn't get my Jacob's chuck on. It's huge. Oh, well, there we go. Yeah, I've got this huge drill, and it wouldn't fit on the end of my lathe. So here we go. Let's take it. That's my mark that I need to take it down to. As you can see, what I've done is I've mounted my dust extraction onto my tool rest, because I'm not going to move this really, only up and down, and then the dust extractor is going to go with it anyway. And the reason I'm getting this bit done first is because I'm going to put my normal towel stock in there, and it will secure this and steady it while I'm working on shaping. So I'm coming up to my mark now. You only need to make a mark on the top of your drill, because obviously the drill doesn't actually move, it's just the piece of resin that's moving. Oh, sorry about that. Just have a little look, see where we are there. Oh, look at that, beautiful. We will be putting some two-part epoxy in this to secure that in. Okay, so what we'll do now is pull that out. Change that over to that one. Okay, all I'm going to do now is just shape the side of this really gently. Should I put my mask on as well? Be a great idea, wouldn't it? Just going to level that up a little bit. Yeah, that'll do me. What I want to do while we're on this as well is just make a mark so that I don't go any further than that when I start putting a bit of taper on it. That's going to be there. So when I start taking this bit off, as long as I don't hit that, it's cool. How's that look? Oh. Yeah, do me. Right then. Woodworm Paul, welcome. Hodgepodge, welcome. Steve Scott, welcome, guys. Right, so let's get to it, shall we? What I'd like is, I don't know, to about here, something like that. I'm using carbides as well, so I'll use these 3 different carbides. This isn't a diamond, it's just on the piece basically. It's a square with the rounded edges and then a round that we're going to be working with. So I'll start with the round. doing is just taking a bit of that heat away. Just so we can start getting it to the kind of a size that I'd like, and then we'll start shaping it. All right then, so that's our mark there. I'm just going to round that edge off, and then what we'll do is we'll probably come in a bit, and I don't know. Let's see what happens, shall we? I'd like to expose some of these edges. You see how we're getting rid of that brownie colour? Right, let's give this a little bit of a sand. You see the low spots there. You see the low spots that are dark still. If you've not turned this GPS resin, what you need to do is make sure it's relatively room temperature before you do, because if you notice at the beginning I had quite a lot of chipping. You get that when the resin's cold. You don't get that with the Keranite, the acrylic, but you do get it with this resin. And just like wood, you turn the lathe right down when you're sanding it. It works best that way. Well, anyone that turns wood would know that you don't sand it at full speed, knock speed right down. Right, so that's 120. We give that a little bit of a wipe now. And we're going to jump straight to 320. We go dirty way. Too. I know this is the most boring bit, you know what I mean? But it has to be done. Just so I can feel any fitting. Right. Oh. Okay, right. Let's use some new sandpaper, shall we? Yeah, another thing with you, if you're going to be turning resin like this, make sure you've got either a good respirator or a good dust collection. You do not want to get this stuff in your lungs. Another thing you want to do when you're working with resin like this is between grits, make sure you get rid of your dust, because believe it or not, there is no point in going up a grit if you've still got dust from the previous grit on there. Welcome to everybody. We've got 26 in. By Barry, welcome. Right, so I have a little announcement to make, guys. Now, you notice that Andy H is returning, has been covering my Tuesday nights every now and again. I think he's done a couple for me. Well, from next week, me and Andy will be sharing the Tuesday night slot. So I will be doing this week, Andy will be doing next week, and then so on. So it'll be alternative weeks for us. I've just got such a lot going on, and with the invasions, now I can actually go out and do them in person. It just helps, and I'm finding that I'm not producing actual edited videos because I just don't have the time to slot it in. So it's going to help a lot for Andy to jump on and do every other Tuesday, and we'll share the slot. Andy's a great turner, great guy, so I'm quite happy with him sharing with me. Okay, right, let's get rid of that dust. And now we're going to switch to 320. So if Clive's still in the chat, guys, make sure you tune in Thursday, because I went up to Clive's last week and did his invasion in person, which was great. I ended up walking away with a lovely piece of Clive's original art. So there's not many people that have got Sneaks wall art on their wall, but I would definitely have that on the wall in here when it's painted. Yeah, I do apologise about the sanding, but unfortunately, I can't help it. Okay, so we've gone 320. We're going to go on to Yorkshire Grit now. So let's move that out of the way. This is not going to be a massive live show, guys, but it will show you. How to make a handle. What else we've got here? Joy English, welcome, Joy. Yeah, I mean, I've done the Tuesday night live for so long now, and I think, you know, there's so many other good makers out there, and to be honest, the week is pretty much full up from the make community. So it's, you know, it's nice to have some other things to watch. You know, I can watch it on a Tuesday night if I want to. Right then, let's stick some Yorkshire Grit on here. I purposefully haven't shown you this yet because I want it to be a surprise, because it's a lovely piece of GPS. This stuff is so nice. You can buy this at, I believe, Turner's Retreat do it, Yandles do this particular resin. There's quite a few. I mean, if there's anyone out there, Sneaks, I don't know if you're, because you're supported by GPS. I don't know if Andy Hill is in watching, but I'm sure he will know where to get this particular colour from as well. I know Yandles do it because I've seen it in there. And to be honest, you know what? This Yorkshire Grit works really well with resin. Really, really well. Really, really, really well. As you notice, what I've done is I've left it there. There's a knob on the end. I'm going to cut that off flat, and then I will just hand polish the end of it because I want it flat. And the reason I'm doing that is because when it is when we're using it, I can stand it up on its end and it won't fall over. That's the plan anyway. If you've got an Aldi by you, at the moment they're doing this really, really good kitchen towel. It's actually workshop towel. It lasts a long time. It's 2 rolls for about £3 something. It's really, it's really good. It doesn't break up. I mean, look at that. You see where my fingers have been, and it's not breaking up. I don't know if Claire's in the chat tonight or watching tonight, but congratulations, Claire. She's just bought 3 books out. I believe they're being stocked on Amazon. They're order books. So head over, check them out. Head over and watch her Instagram and TikTok. I think she's done a little video on there about them. So this is just Yorkshire grit, normal, original Yorkshire grit, and we're going to switch now. I mean, look at that. Look how shiny that is with just the normal Yorkshire grit on. We're going to switch that to Yorkshire grit microfine now. And you watch this sucker pop. This thing in here, that thing in there, see the grits? This is one of those, you know, if you go into the pound shop and you see those drinks, the shaky drinks for sports people, well, this is the bit that you go in, that goes inside your bottle that helps you mix the powder up. All I've done is I've cut the little nipple off the top of it and I've shoved it in here, and it helps to save your grit a little bit. I love the way you can hear this grit. Even the microphone, you can hear it working. Absolutely lovely stuff. I bet you're all dying to see this, aren't you? Put your hand up if you're dying to see this. Zombie Wood Turner's in, welcome. Wayne Wood Turner's in as well. I know you're all just itching to see this done, but you have to wait just 2 minutes. We can actually turn this up a little bit now. Up a little bit more on that one. Right, nearly there, guys, nearly there. I used to use micro mesh, but you know what? You don't need micro mesh. If you've got the Yorkshire Grit Original and the microfine, you don't need you don't need micro mesh, because this does the job perfectly. I've actually mentioned Yorkshire Grit so many times in this video, this live. I'm just wondering when we're going to see Glyn. Absolutely gorgeous this is. That's that. I'm just going to crank this lathe up a little bit now. Just give this a nice polish. Just to get rid of any residue that the grit, the microfine has left on there. Right. Yes, Zombie Wood Turner. Yes, I can't eat cheese, otherwise I'll be farting all night. But sometimes I do have a little bit, little bit of garlic bread. I mean, this will work on the garlic bread. Okay. You ready to see it? There you go. Look at that beautiful colour. You can't, I don't think you can see on camera, but in the orange, you've got glitter. Very fine glitter. If you can see that. What do you think, guys? What an absolutely beautiful piece of resin. The problem is, it's so soft and shiny now. Any dust, ambient dust, sticks to it. What do you think? I like this bit here. Look at that. Look at that. It's all over the place. And there, look. Should we change the camera, see if we can get a better... let's get a better shot of it, maybe. From that angle. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Let's move you in a little bit. Oh. That's a better shot, isn't it? You might actually be able to see the glittery bits. I love it. It's gorgeous. Beautiful. Thanks, Barry. Thanks, Robert. Thanks, everybody. Oh, welcome, Dovetails. I've not seen you in here for a little bit. I went and checked on Dovetails the other day because I was worried. I haven't heard of him for a while, so I want to go in the next couple of weeks and help him out a little bit with some stuff in his workshop. It does actually look like that cholla cactus stuff, doesn't it? It's like as if it's stabilized, maybe. Right, let's get that little bit of grit out of there. Okay, so I'm going to, oh crap, look at me throwing rubbish all over the floor. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to find my saw. Right, there's my two-part epoxy down there. Okay, there's that. So where's one side? What I don't want is that hitting that chipping. There we go. That's off. Right. You see the bottom, I'll fix that. I'll fix that in a bit when it's done. In fact, what I could do. That's kind of fixed it. As you can see what it's going to be looking like. So we can stand it up like that. Look. Right. Let's change that camera to a downy camera. Okay, so what we're going to do is, this is 2-part epoxy, clear. I'm sure it fits in nice there. We're not going to go mad with this. We want it to stick the end of it, so we don't have to get it everywhere, because I'm absolutely terrible. I'll make such a mess. Okay, pop a bit of this out if I can. No, need to poke a little hole in that, don't we? Right, let's see. Are you going to work now? Yes, we're going to work. We don't need masses of this stuff. Okay. Give it a bit of a mix. Oh, this stinks. This reminds me, you know, when you used to watch your mom, or be in the room when your mom was getting her hair permed when you were little. Unless you have your hair permed, that is. That stink of like peroxide type smell. I don't think it is peroxide, but it's absolutely stinks. Okay, right. Right, bear with me. I've just covered the end of this, just so we don't destroy the end and have loads of this horrible stuff to clean off. Right. Okay, right. Let's pop that in there. Okay. Let's move that knife out of the way. Oh. There we go. We have one very sexy pizza cutter. It absolutely that fits so well in the hand. Because you usually put your thumb on there, don't you, to protect your thumb, but that's the way it fits. I'm going to be slicing up everything. Everything that can slice up, I'm going to slice it. All right, okay. Move that into the bin. Change that camera. Well, there you go, guys. I'm more than happy with that. You probably noticed that I didn't have any earworms tonight. I thought I would just give it a go and try and entertain you under my own steam, and let the usual earworms enjoy the show. So all I need to do now is to let that go off, as you can see. This is the end of it. I've got to finish that. I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. What do you think? All right. Love it. Absolutely love it. Right. Let's get back on the camera. How long are we going for? Oh, 52 minutes. I've shortchanged you tonight, guys. Right. I've really enjoyed this, actually. I haven't turned any GPS resin for for a while, actually. Because the other shot was just too cold. And you can't turn this in the cold. Yes, any opportunity, I'll be like, anyone, do you want to slice it for you? Okay, let's have a little look. So Ian, since I started making more pens, I seem to be using loads of it. Shall try the cheaper stuff out. Cheers. Cheaper stuff. Oh yes, that's because of Benjamin. Welcome, Benjamin. Right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that little demo tonight. Oh, hang on. In the shed. Question. Is the 5-minute epoxy you can get from the Poundland any good, or should I stick to Gorilla Glue? Right. If you have a range store by you, or you can go online, I believe. This epoxy is from the range. It's crystal clear epoxy. It's £1 more. It's like £2. The stuff at the pound shop tends to go yellow. It heats up really quickly, which turns it yellow. If you're going to dye it, then that's not a problem. But if you want it clear, like I need on this, just in case it does seep out a little bit, this stuff's for the range. Sets in 5 minutes. It doesn't set in 5 minutes. None of these set in 5 minutes. A load of bullshit, that is. Oh, sorry. But if you're in a climate where it's really, really dry and warm, then it may set in 3 minutes. But in the UK, there's a good chance you won't get this set in 5 minutes. But yeah, the pound stuff's good. It's okay. I actually did a video on it, if you look back in my videos, of making little pendants out of it. Any more questions? We've got a few minutes left. Anybody? Paul, that's just perfect. You slice it and then you fold it that way and then shove it in. You always see these folders, when you're sharing a pizza. When I was younger and we'd share a pizza, the folders would get a lot more pizza because they can eat it a lot quicker. I don't know, David. I don't know. Best to ask anyone that is from the States that's in the chat, maybe. I don't know. Did you mean the cutter ready to put a handle on? Oh, okay. My leg's fine, Douglas. It's fine. Other than I took about 60 scouts rafting a few weeks back, and I was on a paddleboard, and my ankle was okay until the next day, because I was on that paddleboard from literally got there at 8:30, and then the scouts started coming, rolling through the whole day until about 6. So from 8 till 8, half 8 till 6, I didn't stop. I was just teaching kids to raft, make rafts. Right, any more questions? I don't know if that's a question to me. Can you get those from Woodcraft or Wood Turnings? I don't, Doug, I'm not sure if that's directed at me. No, you'll have to turn it yourself. As you can see, this week I'll have, that's the door, that is the door there to the office. There's going to be an office that is literally the same length of this of the workshop, but it's going to be this wide going that way, and that's the door for it that I've blanked off because I haven't started building that yet. But by the end of the week, this will all be white, and hopefully we'll have the rest of the installation in the roof. Then I can start boarding out the roof. So keep an eye on Facebook, TikTok, and all that. No, Chris, none of our scouts will be doing that. No, I've not heard of it anyway. I think our scouts are going over to Europe at some point. Right. It's been 5 minutes, hasn't it, since I put this in? Look, and I can turn it. So that is a total lie. There, that's a lie. This has not gone off in 5 minutes. And it's lovely and warm in this workshop, believe me. There's no moisture at all. It's fully insulated. Obviously, other than that bit of roof there. And it's not gone off yet. I can't wait, Douglas. I can't wait for this to be totally done and everything in place. Right. I'm going to call it a night now. Thanks to everybody for coming and watching and chatting. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, next week you'll have Andy H's returning. He's going to be sharing the Tuesday night with me just to allow me to have a little bit more time to do other things, which I think will be good because it'll mix it up a little bit. So Dr. Rich, nice to be back on YouTube. Don't send me any emails when you okay, cool. Yeah, so Thursday we've got Sneaks Wall Art. We're going to be invading him. I went over to his place and re-invaded him. Great guy. Make sure you check it out. 9 PM on this channel this Thursday coming. Right then, I'm going. It's 20:59. Thanks everybody. Thanks for coming and watching, and I hope you like this. I will put some pictures on Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. When I finish the bottom off, I'm going to do that now. Right. Bye-bye.